Gwe Akipjilidak. Hello and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Sports and Streaming Services. And this evening we have for you our next game here at the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Hockey Tournament. This game in the U15A division featuring the South Shore Lumberjacks taking on the host Pictou County Crushers. Crushers come in with a record of 0-1 after playing to a 2-2 tie earlier today against the Chebucto Atlantics Green. For the Lumberjacks, this is their first appearance in the tournament, at least for tonight, or at least for this year, I should say, as they have yet to play their first game. This is that first game. They'll be playing again at 9 o'clock tonight, so they'll have a quick turnaround between their two games. Before we get the puck dropped, we want to quickly acknowledge that the Pictou County Wellness Center, the entirety of Pictou County, and for that matter, the entire province of Nova Scotia, which is where all of our teams come from here for this tournament, all lie within the ancestral unceded territory of Mi'kma'ki. And we are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. Quick look at your starting goaltenders. It is going to be Jordan Jameson getting the start for the Crushers. They are in their their red jerseys, I know what colors are, really I do. The Crushers in their red jerseys. They are technically the visiting team for this game. Actually, no, they're on my list as the home team, but they're in their road reds, so we'll get that figured out. But anyway, South Shore, there's a shot by Heb, and a save made by Jordan Jameson. And their the starting goaltender for South Shore, who are in their whites. Haven't been able to see the number yet, whether it's either Daniel Losier or Cameron Mosier. And we'll try to get that information for you as soon as possible. In the meantime, though, the Crushers, again, they're playing their second game of the day. For the Lumberjacks, they're in their first. That could end up becoming a factor as this game goes on. Obviously, 13, 14, 15-year-old youngsters, they've got a lot of energy, a lot more energy than I certainly have. So we'll see if one team playing their second game versus a team playing their first does end up becoming a factor throughout the course of this evening's game. Here's Roselle getting the puck down into the South Shore zone, hustling back to get on it there for the Lumberjacks is Hull. He fires it around the boards, and it'll go all the way down the ice. Henderson going back to get it. Icing gets waved off, Puck cleared as far as the line, held in there by Coolin. Now getting on it is Hatt. Hatt fires a shot. That's steered aside by Jameson, and the puck comes up the wall. Carter not able to clear the zone. Roselle will get it out. Roselle trying to get away from the check of Spindle. Roselle comes in, gets a bump from Spindle there. And now the Lumberjacks back on possession. Puck comes to the line. Carter able to hold it onside. He'll fire a shot. The save made. Getting to the rebound, though, as it was cleared away by the South Shore goaltender, was Mike Irving. Irving with a great chance there. But again, the second chance is cleared away, and I can tell now that it is Losier on the bench, so it is Mosier. Cameron Mosier getting the start for the South Shore Lumberjacks in this one. So your goalie for the Lumberjacks is Mosier. Your goalie for the Crushers is Jameson. And the puck gets past Henderson, who has to go chase it down out in neutral ice. 2.5 minutes just about gone here in the first period. Puck cleared down into the South Shore zone. Back to get it is Hatt. Hatt fires it around the boards. It comes all the way out to center. It hops just past Como. Fitt has to go back, get it into his own zone. Puck poked towards the Crusher net. Now it goes around to the far side. McDonald will play it around there up for Campbell. Campbell sends it back to McDonald. McDonald taking a look at what his options are. Ends up coughing up the puck. There's a shot, a dangerous chance there for Samuel Hatt. And that's steered aside by Jameson. Another chance, and Jameson with a couple of more nice saves. And is able to cover up and hang on for a face-off. As I realize that my camera's a little bit off kilter here, so just bear with me while I try to straighten this out. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Now if I come here, is it way out of whack? Yeah, it's a little out of whack there, so I got to get the tilt back right there. That seems to be a little bit better. There we go. Murray with the puck for the Crushers. He's able to play it down the ice. Hustling to get back was Vaughn, and the puck ends up going in right on to Cameron Mosier, and Mosier will cover up and hang on for a face-off with 3:25 gone here in the first period. We'll have 3 15-minute periods in this game. We'll have a quick change of ends between the first and second period. Then we'll have a full flood between periods 2 and 3. As we got 3 games left to go here tonight on this sheet of ice, and we'll keep you up to date on other games as well while they're going on over on the Bell Alliant Arena. And here's Seymour with the puck. He'll get it in across the line, dump it in, and it's steered aside for Hebb. Hebb plays it up the wall. Anderson just holds it onside. Fires a shot that goes wide. Hull going after it. He'll play it up the wall for the South Shore Lumberjacks. And now it's flipped back into the zone. Glove down there. Pass intended for Perry. That gets broken up by Seymour. And Eli Seymour with a shot. Save made by Mosier, and he'll cover up and hang on for another face-off. As we look next door, we see that in the third period in a double-A game, the Cape Breton West Islanders lead the Northside Vikings by a score of 3-0. The Islanders playing their first game of the tournament, as are the Vikings. Northside won't be playing their second game until tomorrow. The Islanders, the Double-A Islanders, will be playing on this sheet of ice later tonight at 8:30. Relatively quick turnaround for them, as they'll be taking on Dartmouth in the 8:30 game. And again, all of the games from this sheet of ice will be streamed all weekend long here on Petter Sports and Streaming through AO Live. And with the one exception of the game I did earlier today where I forgot to hit record, all of the games will also get posted to YouTube afterwards. Kennedy waved out of the face-off circle. Roselle will come in to take the draw instead. Roselle wins it back to the line. Chislett with a shot. That goes off the end boards, picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy throws it at the net. It goes off the side of the net. Kennedy chases it down, sends it back down to the end boards. And the first one there is a member of the Lumberjacks. I didn't catch the number. Gets it as far as the line now. Anderson held it in momentarily, but following up on the play was Wynot, and he was able to get it out to center. Crushers in their own zone. Pass across, broken up by Hebb, but the deflection ends up going to Kennedy. Kennedy working his way down into the South Shore end. Puck goes around to the far side, picked up there by Wynot. He ends up kicking it all the way to the near side, plays it forward for a number 30 that I don't have on my list. Trying to see that last name. It's partially covered there. Okay, that's Mosier. All right, then who's the goaltender? All right, anybody who can tell me who the goalie is for the South Shore Lumberjacks, please send me a message through Twitter at PetterPC_sports. That's PETTERPC_sports. Or through Facebook, facebook.com, Petter Sports and Streaming. Either way, I want to be able to give a goalie credit for the work that he's doing, but when I looked at the roster that I have here for the South Shore Lumberjacks, there is no number 31 goalie, or there's no goalie actually other than there's a shot, they score! Yeah, the goalie is wearing 31. I don't have a 31 on my lineup, so I don't know who that is. But the Crushers get the first goal of the game. And at 6:17 of the first period, the Crushers do strike first. And I believe the goal will be credited to Kennedy. I'll wait and get confirmation of that here in just a moment. Heb with the puck now for the Lumberjacks. Puck sent back down into the corner. Carter, the captain of the Crushers, plays it around to the far side. Ferguson picks up there. He looks to reverse the field, then starts going back up again. Looked to clear the zone, but Jessup knocked it down. Now it does come out. Ferguson with it. Ferguson will play it across the near side for Carter. Still awaiting the announcement of that goal. Here it comes. It was Irving who got that goal. Noah Fitt with an assist, and it turns out the only assist on that one. There's a shot, they score! Jake Murray with the shot. It was redirected. Don't know who it went off of, but it was redirected on its way by. And the Crushers go up 2-0 with the 2 goals coming in a span of exactly 1 minute. The first goal at 6:17, the next goal at 7:17. So the 2 goals literally 1 minute apart. And now here comes another chance for the Crushers coming in. Apparently Ferguson had a deflection on that one. So the redirect was off of a Crusher player, Jake Murray, who redirected that one. As the Lumberjacks come out, here comes a chance. As they come in, there's a shot that goes just a little bit high. Shot taken there by Rory. And if I'm mispronouncing that first name, I do apologize. Why not? And now we'll get an icing call against the Crushers with 7:06 left to go in the period. Lumberjacks win the draw. Heb can't get a shot away, however. Now the Crushers do get the puck out. Cross to the far side. Working it there, McKay. He'll drop it off. Kennedy with a shot. McKay looking for a deflection. Don't think he got a piece of it. The save was made by that South Shore goaltender again. Haven't been able to figure out a proper name for that South Shore goaltender. Now with the puck is Hull. He'll play it around the boards. It'll come all the way to the line. Held in at the point there by Chislett. His shot and a save made. And we'll get a face-off with 6:18 left to go here in period number 1. Sorry, just had to deal with a bit of a personal issue there, so I was off microphone for a couple seconds, but I'm back, folks. Don't worry. As Coolin gets the puck, Mosier gets the puck down the ice. The perils of, having to run into a person that you might not otherwise see, and you run into them at the arena, and so you got to have a quick chat with them, and that's the way things go sometimes. Mosier with a shot, and a save made by Jamieson, and Jamieson will hang on for a face-off. 5:22 left to go here in this first period. Crushers with the 2-0 lead off the goals by Irving and Ferguson, coming exactly 1 minute apart at 6:17 and 7:17. Looking next door, it's now 4-1. So it was 3-0 last time we looked. It's now 4-1 over there on the other side of the divide between the two rinks here. And that is the Cape Breton West Islanders leading that one against the Northside Vikings. An all Cape Breton Island matchup there in that one. Seymour comes in, delivers a shot as they scrum for the puck right around the blue line. Attempted dump in, ends up hitting Ferguson. And now getting on the puck is Spindler. Crusher is able to get possession. Seymour not able to take that pass. Chapman now with it for the Lumberjacks. He plays it to Vaughn. Vaughn will bring it in across the line. Vaughn with the shot. That goes just wide as Jamieson stretched out to try and get a foot on it, but the puck ended up missing the net. Now Chapman sends it off of the end boards. Henderson plays it around to the far wall. Lumberjacks pick up. Nice little move there by, I believe, that was Heb. Without numbers on the sleeves and with jerseys tucked in the back, it's hard to tell who's wearing what number for some of these Lumberjacks players. Meanwhile, the Crushers trying to clear the zone, not able to. We're going to get the puck played with a high stick, however, and so we'll get a stoppage with 3:58 left to go here in the first period. Again, next door, they've got 2:43 to go in the third period, and it is okay, because when you look at this roster, where are you guys? Yeah, that name does not appear anywhere on here. Oh, wait, they have him listed as number 10.
And what number is he wearing?
31, I think, because he's a
really?
goalie, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, so it's 31, Burgess. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, so we got that now, and sorry, there we get the camera back onto where the play is as someone came over to give me the information. But, of course, being the guy who's running the camera and trying to get corrections on game sheets and everything else, so he was listed on the game sheet as number 10, but obviously goalies tend not to wear number 10, and he is clearly wearing number 31. So Burgess with the save. There we go. Burgess. There now. He's made 9 saves so far in this game, so I got to say his name a couple more times just to get it to even out. As the puck is cleared down the ice, Burgess. All right, I think I got it right now. Oh. As, you know, sometimes when you're working off of... Now, to be fair, the information that was sent to the organizing committee who put together the program, they just take what they're given and they print it off. But somewhere along the way, a couple of numbers were obviously not matching the numbers that they're actually wearing. And so when I pull up a roster off of what I think is the right information, I'm then left going, okay. Meanwhile, we got 2:04 left to go in the first period. Lead pass intended for Fitt. Fitt does get a piece of the puck, but it ends up going beyond him, and now John Hatt, taking it behind his own net. Hatt able to make the pass ahead. Then a pass for Spindler. Spindler can't get his shot through as Como there to help block it. Following up is a shot taken by Mosier. And Mosier able to get that one through and past Jamieson for the Lumberjacks' first goal of the tournament and the first goal of this game. Coming with 1:43 to go in the first period. It's now 2-1 for the Crushers as Cameron Mosier pulls them back to within 1. Mosier's goal. We'll wait and see on the assists here. Meanwhile, Perry brings the puck in across the line. Gets it over to Samuel Hatt. Hatt couldn't get a shot through. Dawson Spindler with the only assist on that goal. So Cameron Mosier from Dawson Spindler at 13-17. And me being the type of guy that I am, I like it when I notice statistical anomalies. We've had 3 goals in this period, all coming within the same second of their relative minute. We had a goal at 6:17, we had a goal at 7:17, and we've had a goal at 13:17. The first 2 by the Crushers, the next one by the Lumberjacks, and the net result is a 2-1 scoreline with 37 seconds left to go in the period. Here's Murray getting the puck to the front of the net now, and able to find it and cover up and hang on is Burgess. And so we'll get the stoppage there. 31.7 seconds left. The game next door is now a final, and it is the Cape Breton West Islanders with a 4-2 victory over Northside Vikings. Our next game coming up over there will feature Halifax and Brookfield in the A division. Again, we got games in both AA and A all weekend long. This game here in the A division. The game coming up next on the other sheet of ice also in the A division. And again, that will be Brookfield, who will come in with a record of 1-0, taking on Halifax, who will come in with a record of 0-1 after they both played earlier today. Halifax ended up tying Antigonish. Brookfield with a victory over the Bedford Blues blue team. Both of those were the opening games of the day on their respective ice surfaces. The Halifax game, the Hawks against Antigonish, was on this sheet of ice, as there's an offside against the South Shore Lumberjacks with 3.9 seconds left. So Cape Breton West with a 4-2 victory over Northside. We'll get that. Cape Breton West joining the Pictou County Crushers, the Antigonish Bulldogs, the Dartmouth Whalers, and the Glace Bay Miners, and the Sydney Steelers as teams who have won their opening games so far. The Northside Vikings dropped their opening decision, joining the Straight Richmond Pirates, the East Hants Penguins, the Acadia Axemen, who have all suffered losses. The Penguins and the Pirates both 0-2 on the opening day of the tournament. At the end of one period of play here at the Pictou County Wellness Center, the Crushers get the first 2 goals of the game. The Lumberjacks respond with one of their own. Crushers outshoot the Lumberjacks in that opening period 13-9. And the score after the opening 15 minutes, it is Crushers 2, Lumberjacks 1. As we head into the second period of this one in the A division, again, we'll have an A division. Lumberjacks are short a player. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. They get Heb out onto the ice about 8 seconds into the period. As they started the period with just 4 guys out there. Now Heb, important that he got out there on the ice as he intercepted a breakout pass intended for Ferguson. Henderson with the puck now, takes it behind his own net. He'll play it ahead. And the Crushers out to center. Here's Murray with the puck. Murray cutting to the outside. Throws it towards the slot. It ends up coming all the way through to the near side. Dagley gets it out. Now here comes a chance for Mosier. Mosier has a step. Mosier coming in. He shoots and scores! Cameron Mosier ties up the game. Oh, there we go. 2-2. That is what the score is right now. I've obviously messed up something on my on my scoreboard somewhere. But that is now the correct score. 2-2 in the second period. The camera that's on the clock is obviously correct because it's pointing at the clock and it's a camera. So, and now we'll get an offside against the Crushers. As we get Mosier getting his second of the game, as we knew. Assisted, or not assisted, unassisted goal. And that goal coming at the 46-second mark of the second period to tie up the game at 2 goals apiece. We're going to get an icing against the Crushers here, so the faceoff will come back deep into the Pictou County zone. Just over a minute gone here in the second period. Kennedy in to take the draw for Pictou County. It looks like it's going to be Samuel Hatt, who wins the draw for the Lumberjacks. Won it back to the line for Hull, who fired a shot. That was blockered away by Jamieson. Now with the puck in the far corner, Perry. He'll send it behind the net for Samuel Hatt. Hatt gives to Coolin. Coolin trying to get it. Gets it to Perry, or gets it to Hatt, rather. Hatt with a shot. Jamieson another save. Now the puck comes back to the line for Hull. Hull with a shot. And watching it right into his glove is goaltender Jordan Jamieson, and he will hang on for another face-off. 1:26 gone here in this second period, excuse me. As this is my, sixth game of the day now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, my sixth game of the day, so getting a little, and it's only day number 1 of the tournament, folks. Hitting a little bit of a fatigue wall here, and I do apologize for that, folks. As working up the ice there, Spindler plays it across the far side. Mosier, who's got both goals already. Spindler able to keep the puck free. Tries to get it back to the front of the net again. Now back to the line for Hatt. Hatt's shot is blocked. Should mention that's John Hatt as opposed to Samuel Hatt. Now coming the other way. Pass down into the corner intended for Fitt. Hatt gets to it first though. Fires it around the boards. Como will hold it in at the line. Sends it down the wall. It comes right back to Como. Fires another shot off the end boards. Now coming out with it is John Hatt. He gets taken off the puck, and Campbell the other way gets it over to Fitt. Fitt across the blue line, sends a pass across. It goes off a skate and out to center. Now trying to settle it down was Samuel Hatt. He does get it dumped in, then goes down after it. Crushers pick back up. Long lead pass from Fitt gets up to Ferguson, who just deflects it down into the South Shore zone. Back to get it there is Chapman. He goes around behind his own net. Chapman plays it towards the near side. Anderson there waiting for it. Anderson loses it to Vaughn, who sends it up the other way. Perry going in after it, gets to it in the corner, plays it up the wall. But there to get it first was Chislett. He plays it across the far side. Fitt. Nice play there by Jessup to separate Fitt from the puck. Now with it is Vaughn. He'll take it behind his own net. Vaughn comes out the far side and starts to work his way ahead. Vaughn all the way in across the blue line. Takes a bump there. Loses control of the puck, and now the Crushers come the other way. Murray with a nice little move to get around one player. Gets around a second. Gets around a third. Gets a backhand shot away. And the save gets made by Calum Burgess. Great opportunity there for the Crushers, Murray. And now Murray's going to get a penalty. I looked down for a second, and I missed what happened at the end of the play there. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct. Didn't see what Murray did or said. But the first power play of the game will go to the South Shore Lumberjacks at the 3:48 mark, of this second period. So the Crushers play shorthanded for the first time in this game. Getting to the puck is Spindler. He gives it to Dagley. Dagley gets tied up with Anderson. Dagley able to win the battle, but Chislett then gets his stick on the puck. There's a shot, save made by Jamieson. Spindler with another shot. That goes wide, and it'll come all the way out to center ice. And it ends up with Jessup. He'll play it over. Now a lead pass for Spindler. In across the blue line. Spindler has to take it back out of the zone, however, as he bobbled the puck a little bit. Now he'll send it in. Going in after it there is Coolin. Coolin loses it to Anderson, and Anderson will launch it down the ice. And Ferguson will go in and get it for Pictou County. Ferguson trying to avoid a hit, keeps control, fires a sharp angle shot. Burgess with the save. And now the Lumberjacks come out the other way. 53 seconds left in the penalty. Dagley with the puck. He's got Mosier with him. Dagley tries to get it to Mosier in front. It gets deflected, but Mosier comes over to get it. And now it's cleared down the length of the ice. Hull has to hurry to get back on it, as coming in on the forecheck was Roselle. Puck played up to Perry, and Perry will take it back into his own zone. Has it knocked off his stick by Roselle, but Hull able to find it there. Plays it forward as far as Carter. And now with the puck, Roselle, he'll get it as far as the Lumberjack blue line. Hull coming back the other way. Launches it down into the Pictou County zone. Comes off the end boards. Carter chops it out. Goes off of Samuel Hatt there, and Hull will get it back into the zone. We're back to 5-on-5, and Perry goes to dump it in. Jamieson has it go off the end of his glove. Carter then overskates the puck. Plays it ahead for McKay, and we are seeing a little bit of the fatigue that we talked about, as Crushers with just not quite as much crispness as we saw in their opening game. And we're going to get an offside against the Lumberjacks with 8:45 to go in the second period. 2-2 the scoreline between the South Shore Lumberjacks and the Pictou County Crushers in this A Division game of the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Hockey Tournament. Off of the faceoff, Coolin can't keep control of the puck. Crushers with it now. Lead pass from McDonald gets intercepted. Now Kennedy will pick up the loose puck in center ice. Kennedy working his way in and gets around Jessup, fires a shot. Puck will come all the way up the boards to Comeau. Comeau throwing it towards the net. It gets deflected into the near side corner. McKay will play it back to the line for McDonald. McDonald looking for a deflection from Roselle there, but Burgess able to get on the puck and steer it into the corner. Now Jessup plays it around for Hatt. Or sorry, that's not Hatt, that's Heb. Four-letter name, starts with an H, has a double letter at the end of it. Just had the wrong one. Here's Comeau now. Offside against the Lumberjacks as the puck went out and then came back in. So we'll get a stoppage with 7:50 left to go in the second period. Warm-ups just underway next door for the game between Halifax and Brookfield. Lumberjacks win the draw, but it's one back past John Hatt all the way down deep into their own zone. Crushers on the forecheck create the turnover, but the Lumberjacks win it back as Chapman gets the puck, plays it up the wall. Chislett holds it in at the line, fires a shot, blocker save, rebound, and Campbell ends up putting a backhander just wide. Now Fitt sends it behind the net to Campbell. Campbell trying to get it out front for Irving, but it comes all the way through to Chislett. His shot goes off the end boards. Campbell now behind the net trying to knock the puck free. He does. It'll come to Dagley, and Dagley able to get it over to Mosier. Mosier gets past Anderson. Mosier trying to get a step on Chislett. He does. Has trouble keeping the puck under control, though, as Chislett got just a piece of the puck, enough to disrupt the chance for Cameron Mosier. And so the score will remain 2-2 as the guy who has a pair of goals for the Lumberjacks had a dangerous chance for a third there. Dagley now in the corner. Gets it to Mosier. Mosier out in front. The pass ends up going through Samuel Hatt. And the Crushers get possession and out they come. Here's Campbell with the puck. He's got Fitt and Irving with him. Gives to Irving. Back to Cameron. He tried to get it over to Fitt, but that pass doesn't connect, and then it's sent down the length of the ice. Henderson has to go back and get it. Henderson out from behind his own net. Long lead pass. And it's picked up to Murray. Murray has it knocked off his stick. Lumberjacks get it out to center. Carter can't quite get it under control. Vaughn takes a bump from Murray, but is able to recover and get it over to Perry. Perry turns. Looks like he was setting up to turn and shoot, but ended up losing the puck, and Fitt comes the other way. Has it knocked off his stick by Chapman. Now Carter tries to dump it in, but it's knocked down and sent the other way down the length of the ice. Back to get it, Henderson. 5:42 to go, second period. Tied up at 2 goals apiece. Spindler just keeps it onside, but then Murray pulls the puck out, gets it past Hull. Hull able to recover. And now Seymour sends it in across the Lumberjack blue line. Hull there, gets it ahead to Perry. Perry finds Spindler. Spindler has his stick disrupted by Murray, then does get a shot away, and Jamieson able to make the kick save. Now Ferguson fires it around the boards to the far side. Spindler picks up there. He'll come in. Spindler looking back door for Perry. Save, rebound, they score! Jamieson made the initial save on a beautiful save on a cross crease play. But unfortunately for him, nobody picked up the rebound. Nobody in red picked up the rebound anyway. And the Lumberjacks were able to find it. And with 5:09 to go here in the second period, the Jacks claim their first lead of this game as Dawson Spindler found the loose puck and was able to tap it in. Riley Perry with the assist. So Spindler made a great pass across to Perry. Perry with a great effort, but Jamieson makes the save. And then now Jamieson finds the puck and covers it up again as Samuel Hatt was down on the ice. Referee didn't call anything. The South Shore bench wanting to have a chat with the officials. And referee Lloyd Smith coming over to have a little chat with the Lumberjack bench there. Smith explaining that the primary point of contact was on the shoulder. Smith shaking his head at whatever it is that the Lumberjack coach is saying. And the conversation comes to an end, and we'll get back going here with 4:39 left to go in the second period. Draw one back to Jessup. His shot gets blocked. Roselle gets the loose puck, plays it ahead. Now McKay will send it the rest of the way down the ice. Kennedy able to get on the puck, tries to make a pass for McKay. It gets deflected away. McDonald with a shot. That gets blocked by Coolin. And now Coolin will work his way ahead. His pass gets beyond Why Not, but Why Not able to chase it down, sends it off the end boards. Coolin will pick up there. Coolin can't get control, and the Crushers work their way ahead, and out they come. Here's Kennedy with the puck. Kennedy cutting to the outside against Jessup, but Jessup able to take Kennedy into the wall, and the Lumberjacks able to get possession back. Under 4 minutes left to go. Here comes another chance for Mosier. Mosier coming in, working against McDonald. Stops, waits, shoots, and ends up sending it just wide of the far post. Now Dagley sends it towards the front of the net. Nothing but red jerseys there, and McDonald gets it to the line and just out. Having to wait is John Hatt, as there was still a player for the South Shore Lumberjacks inside the zone. McDonald now with it as he takes a look around. Under 3.5 left to go. McDonald still with the puck, plays it ahead for McKay. McKay gets it out across the line. Heb waits, shoots, gets it right on to Jamieson, and Jamieson makes the save and then leaves it there for Comeau. Comeau now waiting, gets it ahead for Campbell. Campbell clears it as far as the line. It's held in at the point there by John Hatt. Now passed ahead. John Hatt again able to keep the puck onside. Gets it up to Mosier. Mosier, though, has it knocked off his stick. Clearing attempt knocked down again by Hatt. Hatt continues to push forward. Lost control of the puck. It's just sitting there, and the only one to get to it is Irving. Mike Irving gets it to Campbell. Campbell able to clear it out across the line. Hatt there. He'll dump it back in. It rolls right in onto Jamieson. He steers it into the far corner for Comeau. Just over 2.5 left. Comeau's clearing pass. Knocked down by Spindle. He fires a shot. It goes wide. Ends up coming all the way around the boards and down the ice. Heb back to get it for the Lumberjacks. Heb trying to work himself free. Gets a pass ahead for Spindler. Spindler in across the line. Has the puck knocked off his stick. Now here's Fitt coming the other way. He's got Campbell with him. Fitt gives it to Campbell. Campbell, return pass for Fitt. Fitt makes a move, gives to Irving. Irving with the shot. Looking far post. And it went just beyond the blocker of Calum Burgess. Puck doesn't have enough speed to get to the end line for icing. And now Chislett will play it ahead off of the wall. Coming back to get it is Fitt. Fitt wings it around the boards. Hull not able to hold it onside. He'll get it back down into the Pictou County zone with 1:40 left to go here in the second period. Anderson trying to get free. Plays it off the wall. Out to center it comes. Knocked back in. Irving knocks that puck down. And Chislett plays it ahead. Campbell couldn't do much with that. Samuel Hatt now will dump it in. Perry goes after it into the far corner. Perry throws it towards the front of the net. Anderson is there. He'll play it to the line and out. Now here comes a chance for Fitt. Fitt tries to get around Hull. Hull ends up tripping up Fitt, and we're going to get a penalty. They're going to call that kneeing. Okay. Not quite sure that that's what I saw from up here. But the official who was down there much closer than I am says the primary point of contact from the defender's side was with the knee. So Jacob Hull goes off for kneeing with 1:12 left to go in the second period. And so the Crushers get their first power play of this game as they trail and look to tie it back up. If they don't score here with the last minute and 10 seconds of the period, they will carry over approximately 48 seconds of power play time into period number 3. Lumberjacks get the puck out to center, picked up there by Henderson. Henderson, though, nearly misplays it and leads to an opportunity for the Lumberjacks, but Carter was there to help him and gets the puck to Ferguson. Ferguson plays it back. There's a shot and a deflection, and Burgess had to be sharp on that one as Carter battling in front of the net. We're going to get a penalty here, and it's going to be both of them, Carter for the Crushers and Heb for the Lumberjacks. So it's going to stay 5-on-4 with these coincidental penalties coming with 38.3 seconds remaining. High stick and high stick, the indication. Levi Heb and Mason Carter, the two guilty parties there. So the Crushers will still carry their power play. There's a shot. Toe save made by Burgess. Puck comes to the line. McDonald over to Anderson near side. Anderson fires a shot. That goes just wide. Now picked up by Murray. He plays it back to McDonald. Back over to Murray again. 20 seconds left of the period. Murray tries to tee up a blast, but that doesn't get through. Now in behind the net with it is Seymour. Tries to get it out to the front for Murray. It does come out. There's Murray with a shot, and that gets deflected and goes wide. Ferguson back to the line for Anderson. Anderson works it back down to Ferguson, but the Crushers will run out of time, and so they will carry 48 seconds of power play time into the second period. Shots on goal end up favoring the Lumberjacks by a margin of 9-4. Two-period total favors the Lumberjacks by a total of 18-17. That's going to do it for the first two periods of this one. We're going to take a break, come back, get you ready for the third in just a few minutes. You are watching the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Hockey Tournament here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services through AO Live. Welcome back, folks, for the start of the third period. McDonald ends up overskating the puck. And the Lumberjacks, who are still on the penalty kill for another 33 seconds, are able to launch it down the ice. As the puck again has some issues in some wet ice there, but the pass from Anderson does get across. There's a shot and a save made by Burgess, and Burgess will hang on for a face-off. 30 seconds gone here in the third period. 18 seconds left in the Crusher power play. Crushers win the draw, back to Anderson. Anderson with the shot. And Burgess makes the save again. Hanging on for yet another face-off. Lumberjacks leading at 3-2 here in the A division. In this game at the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Tournament. Next door, they're nearing the end of the first period in the game between Brookfield and Halifax. Halifax tied their game earlier this morning against Antigonish. Brookfield winning their game earlier today against Bedford, the Bedford Blue team. And right now that game next door tied at a goal apiece late in the first period. Here's Fitt with the puck now. We are back to 5-on-5. Fitt will play it around Ferguson. Tries to chop it out of the zone, but it's held in. Now pass for Perry. Perry has it hop away from him down into the corner. Anderson. Perry able to get onto the puck as Anderson had it on his stick momentarily. Now Anderson swinging at it again. Not able to clear it, but McDonald will get the puck. He'll fire it around to the far side. Waiting for it there is Spindler. Coming over to help out was a Lumberjack forward, but that pass intercepted by Fitt. Fitt trying to work his way beyond Mosier, but Mosier able to get back. Now Murray following up on the play. Gets possession. He gives to Fitt. Fitt coming to the middle of the ice. Takes a shot. And a blocker save made by Burgess. Now Como. Just out of the reach of Fitt. It goes in behind the net. Mosier fires it around. Como holds it in. Down to Murray. He plays it back up to Como yet again. Como gets it down the boards to Fitt. Right back to Como. Como tried to play it down, but Spindler gets that one. Launches it down the ice. Right on to Jamieson. And now the Lumberjacks, or the Crushers, get it down into the South Shore zone. Played back out to center. Race to get to the puck on the near side. Como gets there just ahead of Wynot. But now it's going to be Hatt, John Hatt, working his way ahead. He loses control of the puck to Como. Jessup at his own line. Gets it up to Wynot. Wynot trying to get it to Hatt. That's knocked away. And now the puck finally ends up on the stick of Ferguson. Ferguson gets around Jessup. But getting to the puck down towards the corner is Samuel Hatt. It comes to the line. And a shot taken at the point there by Chislett. Now a backhander by Kennedy. That doesn't get through. And coming out with it is Coolin. He'll dump it down into the far corner. Comes off the inboards. There's a shot. And Jamieson able to steer that one away. Down into the corner. Why not? Plays it around to the far side. Ahead. And out with the puck there, Kennedy. But the Lumberjacks able to send it back down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call with 11:40 left to go here in the third period. Lumberjacks leading it by a goal. 3-2 is the margin here in the third period. Two more games still to come here on this sheet of ice later tonight. 7 o'clock puck drop for Acadia versus Sydney on the AA side. And then an 8:30 puck drop. As you can hear the voice already starting to wander a little bit. Penalty coming up against the Crushers. Hooking is the indication. Carter throws his hands up like, what do you mean that was a hook? But not going to win any arguments against the guys wearing stripes. And so off to the box goes Mason Carter for 2 minutes. with 3:35 gone here in the third. There's a chance, and they score right off of the draw pretty much. Samuel Hatt got a shot. Jamieson the save. The rebound came right to the Lumberjack. Another Lumberjack. I didn't catch the number. And it looks like it's Vaughn who's leading the parade down the bench. And so that would be a goal for Manny Vaughn. We'll wait for confirmation of that. But it is a power play goal coming just seconds after the penalty was recorded. As we get confirmation, it is indeed Manny Vaughn getting the goal. Samuel Hatt and Riley Perry with the assists. And 3:21 the time of the goal. That must have been 3:41 he said. So just 6 seconds of power play time, all that's required. And what a play there by Irving to clear the puck off of the line. Another chance by the Lumberjacks, and that ends up getting steered over into the corner. Now around to the far side, Fitt will pick up. Fitt gets it ahead to Seymour at his own line. Seymour feeds it up to Irving. Irving out across the Lumberjack blue line, fires a shot, save made. And then after the whistle, we get McDonald jousting with a Lumberjack player. McDonald started by going in onto the goalie just a little bit late. The player for the Lumberjacks, I didn't catch who it was. Again, without numbers on the sleeves, it's sometimes hard to get identification of certain players. But then McDonald fired a shot of his own afterwards. Puck comes to Comeau at the line. His shot is deflected way up high into the air. Campbell not able to get it when it came down, and the Lumberjacks do pick up possession. And here comes Coolin. Coolin splits through the D. Coolin with a shot and a big save made. And it will be a hooking call as Coolin was slowed up on his way splitting through the D. And so the Lumberjacks will go to the power play yet again. McDonald goes off for the hook with 4:52 gone here in this third period. Lumberjacks already leading by 2 and a chance on the power play to extend that lead. There's a shot from Chapman. And that goes up high. Crusher's able to get it out to center ice. Chapman picks up in his own zone. Why not? Loses control of the puck and Ferguson launches it down. Chapman back to get it, being watched by Murray. Chapman around behind his own net, now plays it ahead. And Chislett delivers a hit on a player who did not have the puck at the time. Gets away with that one. Why not now? Gets it out to center. Anderson plays it back in. And Heb will pick up down below his own goal line. Heb for Why Not. Why Not's pass just out of the reach of Spindler. Spindler able to chase it down. Loses the puck just inside the Crusher blue line. Now Chapman will bring it back in across the line. Chapman has the puck knocked off his stick. He'll go chase it down at the far wall. And the Crushers are able to get it and send it down the length of the ice into the final 47 seconds of the penalty. Getting the puck and firing a shot there was Chislett. His shot goes wide. Puck comes all the way up the boards to Anderson. He'll fire another shot, and that one steered away by Burgess. Now Chislett steps in again to send the puck down low. Runs over his man in the process. But meanwhile, the Lumberjacks get it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. With 19 seconds left in the Lumberjack power play. Face off deep inside the Lumberjack zone. Pass out of the reach of Kennedy. Chislett will play it over to Vaughn. Vaughn, who has one of the Lumberjack goals, the most recent of the Lumberjack goals. Gets it ahead to Spindler. Spindler, though, doesn't quite connect with that one. Now Carter will launch it back down the length of the ice. Penalty expires. And we're back to 5-on-5. Just over 8 minutes left to go in the third period. Lumberjacks leading it 4-2. Here's Perry with the puck. Perry coming in across the blue line. Takes the shot, and the glove save made by Jamieson, and he'll hang on with 7:51 remaining here in the third period. Again, we still have 2 games left to go here today on this sheet of ice. We'll have 4 tournament games tomorrow to go along with a U15 major game involving the Warewell Bombers, and then a U18 major game involving the Weeks Majors, both here on this sheet of ice, so we will be streaming both of those for you. And then Sunday, we'll have a semifinal from the A side, a semifinal from the double A side, the A championship game, then a Weeks Majors game, and then the double A final. And then rumor has it that I'll be allowed to sleep for a few minutes before getting back to my other job on Monday. Speaking of that other job, I do have to give a great big thank you to Pictou Landing First Nation School for allowing me to take the day off today from my teaching duties and be here for all of the action here. Pictou Landing First Nation School being very supportive of me in my efforts. And that is very much appreciated. Lumberjacks send the puck down the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing call with 6:34 left to go here in the second period. Meanwhile, next door there has been a goal, and it looks like it is the Brookfield Elks who've moved out in front of the Halifax Hawks 2-1. They're in the mid stages of the second period in that one. Irving in taking the draw against Samuel Hatt. Puck cleared to the line, not out. Now it will get out to center. Como there to pick it up. He chops it ahead. Irving trying to get his stick on it. He couldn't do anything with it. It ends up coming back to Como at his own line. He'll play it over to McDonald. McDonald gets the lead pass ahead. Irving can't take that pass cleanly, and now Hatt will get it up for Coolin. Again, that was Samuel Hatt. Puck came out of the zone, then back in again. And that results in an offside. Against the Lumberjacks with 6:02 left to go here in the third. Again, our next game will be in the double A division, as we'll have the Antigonish Bulldogs taking on the Northside Vikings, I think, if I can read my own writing. No, that's the 9 a.m. game tomorrow. I apologize. I've got my stack of all of my upcoming game sheets off to the side there, but I don't have the next game at the top of that stack. Here's Irving with the puck. He gives it over to Campbell. Campbell fires a shot from just inside the blue line. Breaks his stick in the process as he got hit just as he took the shot. Throws down the handle of the stick in frustration. And now we're going to get a penalty for interference against Chislett. And Chislett shows his frustration as well. So again, now that I get my sheets into the right order, our next game will be in the double A division between Sydney and Acadia. Acadia losing earlier this evening, and Sydney winning earlier this evening. So Sydney looking to go to 2-0 And Acadia looking to avoid going to 0-2 in that one. As we get the Chislett penalty announced here, the interference penalty. There's a shot that goes into the end glass, comes up the boards. Mosier, his shot deflected by Carter. Now Henderson plays it off the boards, and the first one to it was Spindler. Plays it over to the near side. Mosier chases it down. He fires it around the boards to the far side. Spindler will get to it just ahead of Ferguson. Spindler comes away from the wall, fires a shot. Blocker save made by Jamieson. And Henderson gets the puck and is able to launch it down the ice with 1:10 left to go in the penalty. And 4:20 left to go here in the third period. Now down to 4:10 and 1 minute, respectively. Icing against the Lumberjacks, so we'll get another face-off all the way down in the South Shore zone. Face-off to the right of the Lumberjack net. Murray wins the draw, but it wasn't done quite cleanly, so they'll have to do it again. And so we'll do it all over again. Fit not allowed to come in and take the draw, so one of the defensemen will have to step up and take the face-off. McDonald will do that. Probably the first time McDonald's taken a face-off in several years. And no big surprise there. Somebody who's not very practiced at that skill doesn't win the draw. And it's no fault of McDonald's. He's a defenseman. It's not his job to practice face-offs. Puck cleared down the length of the ice. Crushers are shorthanded, so obviously not an icing. Saying that as much to remind myself right now. Vaughn plays it back. Picked up there by Chapman. Chapman will take it behind his own net. Then reverse it back over to the far side. McDonald will get to that puck first for Pictou County. McDonald, sharp angle shot. And the save made by Burgess. And he'll hang on with 14 seconds left in the penalty. 3:24 left to go in the third period. And a quick look next door. It's now 3-1 in that game, favoring the Brookfield Elks over the Halifax Hawks. Lumberjacks get the puck to the line and out. Here comes Coolin with it. He'll get in across the Crusher blue line. Lost control of the puck. It ends up coming to the front of the Crusher net. Carter able to get it ahead. Fit will pick up. Fit trying to work his way around John Hatt. Puck ends up rolling through to Spindler, who gets it as far as the line. Anderson holds it in, gets it back down low. John Hatt will pick up. Fires it over to off the near side boards. Spindler will pick up there, and he'll bring it out. Spindler across the blue line. Lost control on that puck. Coolin able to get it, though. He'll play it towards the net. Carter knocks that down, gets it to the line, not out. Spindler holds it in. Now it comes to Coolin. Coolin all by himself behind the defense. And Jamieson stands tall to make the save and hangs on with 2:21 left to go here in the third. Again next door, they're late in the second, and the Brookfield Elks lead the Halifax Hawks by a margin of 3-1. Face off here in this one to the left of goaltender Jordan Jamieson. Puck comes to Mosier. Mosier has to settle it down, and that extra moment that he took gave the Crushers time to take away some good shooting angles. Now Kennedy chops the puck towards the net. It's knocked down there by Mosier. Mosier will get a lead pass. That goes off of the leg of Dagley and down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call, as Dagley was on his own side of center when he made contact with that puck. 1:57 left to go here in the third period. Lumberjacks lead it 4-2 over the hometown Crushers. Crushers wanting to avoid falling to 0-1-1. They tied their first game. If they end up with a loss in this one, 0-1-1, they'll need a victory tomorrow to want to have a chance to be in the top four. Looking at the standings for Sunday to try to get one of those four spots in a semifinal. With 10-team incomplete round robin, everybody playing 3 games, Crushers have their net empty with a minute 22 left to go. Puck poked ahead to Ferguson. He gets it back over to Campbell. Campbell in across the line. Crushers need to score twice. Campbell takes it behind the net. Plays it around the boards. Nobody at the point there, though, so the Crushers have to come back out and get reorganized. Comeau working his way ahead. Gets a bump from Mosier. Now Murray picks up the puck. He's able to get past Hebb and rings it around the boards into the far corner. Going after it is Campbell. He pushes it back to the area down below behind the net. Battle for it there, and Mosier fires it down the ice. It misses the net, and that's going to be an icing with 40.4 seconds remaining here in the third period. Fitt, Comeau, Murray, McDonald, Campbell, and Ferguson out there for the Crushers. Mosier out there for the Lumberjacks. He'll get it ahead to Perry. Perry will fire a shot. That goes wide. But Perry, a big heads-up play there, gained the red line before firing that shot. Now another shot, and this time it does go in, and that will seal it for the Lumberjacks. They'll come away with a 5-2 victory with 24.8 seconds left. And the Crushers will drop to 0-1-1 with a loss here and a tie against Pictou earlier today. Spindler gets credit for the goal unassisted. And then right off of the next play, the Crushers take a head contact penalty with 19 seconds left. And it was Jaden Chislett who stepped into his man and gave him that hit. So the Lumberjacks will finish off with a power play. Dagley in to take the draw for the Lumberjacks as Crushers Campbell gets it to the line and out. Again, Lumberjacks about to improve to 1-0, this being their first game of the tournament. Pass ahead to Vaughn. And Crushers more frustration as they deliver some unnecessary hits. And that will do it for this one as the Jacks get the 5-2 victory. Crushers go to 0-1-1. Lumberjacks go to 1-0. Stick around for the presentation of the players of the game and then stay here for the next game, which will get going in about 10 minutes between Acadia and Sydney. That one in the AA division. But meanwhile, the final in this one, Lumberjacks 5, Crushers 2. And referee Lloyd Smith having a bit of a chat with both teams prior to the handshake. And we get the handshake without incident, which is how it should be. You play hard between the whistles, but then once the game is done, you let all that go. You have respect for your opponents. That's how it should be. And we'll get the presentation of the players of the game, and then we'll start getting you set up for the next one.
The player of the game for the Pictou County Crushers, number 19, Mike Irving.
Mike Irving is named player of the game for the Crushers. Irving, a real spark plug for this team. He scored their first goal and does a lot of things for this team. And it's Vaughn who gets it for the South Shore Lumberjacks, scoring one goal. So there you have it. Those are your players of the game. Your final score once again, Lumberjacks 5, Crushers 2. We'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes for Sydney versus Acadia. Until then, this is Michael Pedersen. May your skates always be sharp. May your shots always hit the top shelf. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. And again, we will be back with you in just a couple minutes.